boys and girls. It has been a long time since I have seen you. I hope that you had a very Merry Christmas and have had some time to enjoy with your families. You know that the day after we got out of play school, we changed seasons and it turned to winter, but it certainly has not felt very much like winter. In fact, I have been wearing short sleeves and spring and summer clothes most of our vacation. We have some crazy weather here in North Carolina sometimes. But I wanted to come to you today before we come back to school on Monday and read you a story because we are in a new year. You know how every day last year when we did calendar, we would, no matter what month we were in or week, our year was always 2021. Well, now, last night when we went to bed, we not only did we say goodbye to December and start a new month, but we started a new year. We are now in the year 2022. And we know that our year always starts with January, so today is January the 1st, 2022. And something that a lot of people do at the new year is they make what's called a New Year's resolution. Most of the time, adults do it more than kids do, but a resolution is like a promise or something that you want to start doing maybe or do different in the new year. So like for adults, it might be that we make a resolution to exercise more or something like that. So I have a story today about a squirrel who has a New Year's resolution. It's actually called Squirrel's New Year's Resolution. It's written by Pat Miller. She is the author, and then it's illustrated by Kathy Ember, and the illustrations are the pictures. So the pictures are drawn by Kathy Ember. So we're going to see what Squirrel's New Year's resolution is. Squirrel pinned up her brand new Nut of the Month calendar. It's January 1st, the radio said. A great day to make a resolution. See Squirrel putting up her calendar? Make a resolution, wondered Squirrel. How do you do that? Maybe Bear would know. So she went to see Bear at the Lonewood Library. There she goes to the library. Happy New Year, Bear said. Same to you, Bear. Do you know how to make a resolution? Is it like making a snack? Bear laughed. Resolutions are more important than snacks. More important than snacks, said Squirrel. What is a resolution? See Squirrel there at the library talking to Bear? A resolution is a promise you make to yourself to be better or to help others, Bear said. When we begin a new year, we make a fresh start. Wow, did you make a resolution? Asked Squirrel. I sure did, Bear answered. I resolved to teach others how to read. I am going to teach Skunk as soon as she gets well. So Bear's New Year's resolution is to teach others how to read. Oh no, Skunk is still sick, Squirrel thought as she hurried to Skunk's house for a visit. She forgot all about making a New Year's resolution. Skunk was sick of being sick. Look at her there in the bed. I'm stuck in bed until Dr. Owl says I'm better, said Skunk. I would rather be learning to read. That's my New Year's resolution. Squirrel knew how to cheer up her friend. She hid at the foot of the bed, and then she popped up and shouted, "Boo!" Skunk giggled. Hide and Skunk was her favorite game. Squirrel popped up again, "Boo!" And again, "Boo!" By now, Skunk was laughing hard. Just then, Dr. Owl came by. Skunk, I can tell by your laughter that you are feeling much better, he said. Now you can visit Bear. Just make sure you eat a healthy lunch first. You see Dr. Owl, and there's Skunk in her bed, and Squirrel. Lunch, thought Squirrel. She headed toward the Hidey Hole Diner. Maybe someone there can help me with my resolution. On her way, she met Mole and Turtle. Mole was holding a map close to his nose. What are you doing? Asked Squirrel. Turtle and I resolved to plant a garden, said Mole, but I can't find a good place to dig with all these trees. See him looking at the map? So their resolution is to plant a garden. Wait here, said Squirrel. She dashed up an oak tree and looked down. She spied Wildcat Creek and on its bank a perfect place for a garden. She can see good being way up high in the tree. Squirrel scampered down and led Mole and Turtle through the woods to the edge of the creek. She helped them stake out string for the borders of the garden. Thanks, Squirrel. I'll start digging right after lunch. Lunch, thought Squirrel, and then she rushed away. She still hadn't thought of a resolution. At the diner, Squirrel chose a stool next to Porcupine. Porcupine looked grumpy. You see him? What's wrong? Asked Squirrel. I resolved to be less grumpy, so I'm trying to laugh more, but I can't think of anything funny. I can help you think of something funny, like why did the squirrel run back and forth across the road? I don't know. Why? Asked Porcupine. Because she was nuts, laughed Squirrel. Porcupine laughed too. I get it. That reminds me, what's striped and bouncy? Tell me, giggled Squirrel. Skunk on a trampoline, said Porcupine. Squirrel laughed herself right off the stool. Porcupine said, that's a good one. I better write these down. Off he went to find pencil and paper. See Squirrel laughing so hard that she fell on the ground? Squirrel felt left out. Porcupine has a resolution. So do Bear and Skunk and Mole and Turtle, she thought. I'm the only animal in the forest who hasn't made a New Year's resolution. Rabbit came to take Squirrel's order. Would you like to try my New Year's special? Asked Rabbit. Sure, said Squirrel. Maybe it would help me make a resolution. I wish I knew how. Just think of a way to improve yourself or a way to use what you're good at to help others, said Rabbit. Squirrel ate her lunch special and thought really hard. So you're eating? Just then Skunk came in. I need a healthy lunch. Thanks to Squirrel, I'm feeling better. Sit with me, Skunk, Bear called. I see you brought our first book. See Skunk coming into the diner? And there's Bear. Turtle and Mole came in next. What do you have for two thirsty animals who just started a garden? Asked Mole. Squirrel found a terrific place for our garden, said Turtle. Porcupine hurried in. Do you know why Bear said, caw, caw? Before anyone could answer, Porcupine said he was learning another language. All of the animals laughed. I didn't know you were so funny, said Mole. Me either, said Porcupine. Squirrel got me started. See all the animals there at the diner? Rabbit said to Squirrel, you're doing a good job on your resolution. I didn't know I had one, said Squirrel. Your actions are better than your words. It looks like you resolved to help someone every day, said Rabbit. Really? Asked Squirrel. I did it. I made my very first resolution. Hooray for Squirrel, shouted all the animals. It was going to be a very happy new year. There's Squirrel back at home, and she wrote down her resolution. I resolved to help someone every day. That's a good thing to want to do, isn't it? To be a good friend and help someone. Did you like that story? Well, I don't know if you made a New Year's resolution, but maybe if you did, you can tell me about it on Monday. We will be back to school together and we'll start learning about a new letter. And we've got lots to do in the month of January. So I'm excited to be back with you in just a couple of days. I hope you have a great weekend and I will see you soon. Bye. Happy New Year.